Whoa, we're back for some Bleach Soul Resonance, and I'm hearing that streets say that Soifon ain't so good, but, you know, from my using her, she's felt fine. I mean, I felt like she's been pretty strong, but, you know, I will say I'm using an ailment damage third piece. I do plan to get her B1. Regardless of anything, I plan to get her B1. We've got a core stamp that is not her actual core stamp, and my experience has been pretty good. You can see we have a 43% crit rate, which goes up to about 73%. We've got 144% crit damage, and we've got a bit of ailment damage with not too much ult charge, just a tiny bit, a tiny spread of ult charge. Like I said, I do plan to maybe record another summoning session, probably tomorrow, but I wanted to get this video out just talking about my impressions of her. We are going to go into a free practice and just try out her rotation, because I think that's another thing people have been having problems with. As far as the tower, we've gotten up to Ulkieta. I failed this, I promise you, by 2 seconds. And the moment I failed it, I went, fuck. I literally failed it because I got hit by one Seto. It was so sad. One Seto cost me this Trial 24. But other than that, yeah, we've been able to really break through. I mean, none of these were a problem at all. We were stuck here last I tried, so I mean, we've just breezed through, essentially autoing all the content here. But yeah, let's take a look. First impressions, by the way, and maybe I should maybe I should save this for after we actually do the demo of her. But I did want to say that I think she is incredibly unreliant on field time, which is really nice. It's nice to not be reliant on field time. It's nice to be able to just play the back and essentially do whatever you want, while, you know, your Yoruichi or your Kisuke, you know, your supports go ham. From my experience, I do like Kisuke Yodahara with her more, just because Yodahara flatly buffs Yoruichi. I don't really see the value much so in Mayuri right now. I will see that. Did they change this, by the way? He didn't always have this effect, right? That's cool. I don't really see the value in Mayuri as a lead, just because Yoruichi doesn't get much from it. When Grimjaw comes out, Soifon stocks will go up and up and up, but I do want to sort of paint a picture before we start, and this will just be the final thing. We're going to do a trial run here and just talk about, I guess we'll just go here really, well, oh my god, wait a minute. I got some battle records. Ooh. We're just gonna really quickly go into like battle showdown, and then here, and then confirm. Okay, so remember that when Gin came out, Gin did not actually have a team, right? This, for all intents, this was sort of Gin's setup, and then it would be like Yodahara, right? It would be like Yodahara or something like that, right? So like we knew that this is sort of the thing with Gin. It was something like this. There's no Aizen. There was an Aizen, but it wasn't really his bag, and he didn't really have like his real supports. No support for this third one until we got Mayuri, until we got, you know, Rangiku to drop, which Rangiku dropped delayed because of IP, things like that, right? There were a lot of things holding Gin back. Once he was complete, though, he felt really crazy, and it's just gone up and up and up, because Gin is the most buffed character in the game, I'd say. I'd say Gin has gotten the most love of anyone in all of Bleach Soul Resonance, by far. Even Aizen. Gin has got, I don't know what it is. Maybe someone on the dev team is a Gin fan, but they definitely gave him everything. But this all leads to, I sort of want to just do a demo here. I want to do a demo here. We're just going to leave the dummy on like base principles, level 80, whatever, etc. And then we're just going to just beat him up. And there we sort of have it, right? Like, I mean, that's the run. That is like what I would say is the most average looking Soifon run. Again, Soifon is being sort of dragged down by her ultimate being split. So if you see, she did 10 million here from her ultimate, and then 19 million here from the ultimate of Yoruichi, right? It's sort of split into hers, but is it one of those things where I could never see this being like better? Is it one of those things where it's like I could never see this being like improved? Of course not. I think I could definitely see Soifon being a character who is tinkered with to some degree in the future, maybe given a buff or something, but also remind you that we were getting our ult pretty regularly. And I just want to go back. I guess I would have to go out, but I want to go back and just say my Soifon doesn't have B1, which is a huge bonus to her ult charge and the like. She also doesn't have core stamp, so she's missing like a lot. So again, reduces the cooldown by 10 seconds and increases ultimate energy charge rate by 100%. She also doesn't have her core stamp, and her core stamp is pretty valuable. I can't remember what exactly it does. Let's just go get a quick check just to make sure. So what we're missing is we're missing Death Mark, we're missing her technique damage being increased, we're missing her ultimate getting crit damage, we're missing an additional trigger of Sting when she lands her a critical hit with her ult, and we're missing a 10% damage boost for 30 seconds after she ults, as well as ultimate damage. We're missing a lot, right? We're missing a lot, not counting the stats that we're missing. So it's just one of those things where I do want to come in here just one more time. I think that another thing that's probably going to help people is there's a visual clock for Soifon or Yoruichi getting the perfect dodge, right? So here, let me just ult. I'll just ult really quickly, and you know, I do all my stuff, and oh my god, I'm doing so many cool things. And then, you know, I hit one of these right here. I go into ult, I swap out, right? I'm doing all this stuff, I'm hitting all the moves, and I swap back. I'm just not going to include Yudahara because it doesn't really matter, but, you know, let's just say that this is a rotation, right? And the whole time, what you're wondering is like, oh my god, when do I go in and get like my next like perfect dodge with, you know, a character like Yoruichi, you know, because she can force a perfect dodge, and you see it's still not up, but guess what? Look at that ultimate building, and you see I'm still not getting it, and then I go ult. And by the time this ult ends and I do this, and because this is all, you're already going to do this stuff, you're already going to do all of this, and then guess what? My dodge is up. And then I swap out. That's the rotation. You don't have to overcomplicate the rotation too much. I will say it's a more complicated rotation than other characters. I think this is probably the hardest. Soifon is like a weird character because it's not that I'm like, oh my god, she's like the hardest character in the game to play or anything. But I do think she takes a little more care because there's a lot of stuff happening all the time. Because it's her and Yoruichi aren't particularly easy to like just get the most value out of. They're characters that require a lot of dipping and diving. So again, as we sort of do the same thing we were talking about, where hey, I just got an ultimate, I'm going to use my 2 charges, and guess what? I'm going to dodge toward him. Oh wow, there it is, and now I get Soifon back in, right? Like that's how I sort of keep a mental tick, right? And then 10 million damage, boom, right? And then guess what? We just go back out. So people are like having this thing where they're like, I can't get her ultimate. It's taking me like 2 minutes to get her ultimate. I don't want to be like I don't want to like victim blame here, but I think that's other people's fault. Her ultimate comes up quite a bit, and I literally don't have any of the things that change that. Tomorrow's video will probably be summoning for B1, because this is sort of my impromptu, like, this is how I feel about this character. And I did show her stats before. I did show that, by the way, we're not using a core stamp that's anything. I did show, you know, the 133% ult charge at most. No ult charge third piece. I'm going ailment damage. I would say that like maybe I'll swap her over here at some point, but I really like this piece. I think this piece is great. So maybe not as well, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I like her. I think she's good. I think she does exactly what I want her to. I think I'll probably raise either this piece or this piece. Still thinking about it. I really do like both of these, but it's probably gonna be this one. I just pop a star into. I guess we'll just do that now because increase all damage by 9. Yippee! We'll do that now because I don't really see myself wanting anything more than that 15%. So yeah, I like Soifon. This is like, call this like a weirdly, I don't know, call this like a weird update on the character, but I think she's good. I think her main problem is just gonna come down to the fact that, you know, the problem we know was happening, which is she is caged by her team. It's not that Yoruichi isn't good, and I don't want to say this. I think Yoruichi is good enough for what she is, which is a standard character. I think she is good enough for being a standard character. Do I think Soifon could stand to be a little more explosive? Sure, and I'm sure they'll give her that. You know, I'm sure we'll come back to this and they'll give her like another, like, I don't know, fucking 1,000 damage on our ult or something. You know, in a week we'll be talking about how she got buffed and all this. But I also do think that a part of it is that Yoruichi is not the easiest character to use, and you really do need to be making like use of this right here, this perfect dodge mechanic. And if you're not hitting these sort of things that you need to, and you can go back and watch the gameplay of me doing it, like I said, every time you ult and then do your rush, that's essentially the perfect dodge being back up. So you can really rotate this. You don't have to overthink this at all. So yeah, we'll see what ends up happening to her. But for now, I'm not too down on Soifon, but I'm not too mad at the people who like feel like they want a little more either. I'm just kind of like, I think she's good, and I think that her team is incomplete, and I think we saw that with Geen, obviously. And guess what? The whole time we had like an incomplete Geen team, I was sitting there going, man, I love Geen. I think this character's so good. I can't wait until he gets help. You know, like, I can't wait until he gets more stuff, because obviously Tosin wasn't enough. Like, Tosin was great, but he wasn't enough. And in the same way, I'm feeling the same way about Yoruichi. Yoruichi is great, but she's not enough, because the only limited character in the entire game that wants as much screen time as Yoruichi is Bankai Ichigo. And guess what? Bankai Ichigo isn't enough because this guy's here, right? Not to rain on any Bankai Ichigo lovers, you know, day, but so imagine, but guess what? If we had a Bankai Ichigo, like if Bankai Ichigo tomorrow was a strike character, I think everyone would be like, this Soifon character is awesome. But it's because we're just sort of, you know, we're making use of a character who just isn't quite enough. And we'll see. Could there be bugs or something hidden in there? Maybe, but I don't know. I think Soifon's good. I think that my experience with Soifon has been good. I'm literally not running Core Stamp. I don't have Boundary 1, etc. I still suggest pulling for her. I think she's going to make Grimjaw a very powerful character. And I think that what's really happened, like all of this, is to just say that we need Grimjaw. That's really it. That's my impression of Soifon. Is Yoruichi is great. It's nice that she buffs Yoruichi so much, but the reality is we just need Grimjaw. And to the people being like, wow, Yoruichi is like a better character than Soifon, I mean, no. Like, the only reason Yoruichi is able to do anything is because Soifon is giving her everything, right? It's just how it is. Like, if without Soifon, we don't have that conversation, right? That Yoruichi's damage is what what Soifon is doing, essentially, right? I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. If she did get any sort of changes, I'd expect them around Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday-ish. So we'll just have to see until then. I've been doing the content's been good. I saw someone say that the content is a little hard for free-to-plays. I haven't felt that. You can essentially do these 3 with just limited characters. Like, they give you trial characters for this. And then if you want to say that this part's hard, then like, sure. What's my ranking, by the way? 31, top 31, let's go. But yeah, it seems chill. I'll see you guys in the next one, though. Like, if you like the video, subscribe to the club, we all go make it, and peace.